lighting's kind of disgusting, but we're gonna roll with it because, yeah. Oh, balls. Well, that puts a dampener on things, doesn't it? Whatever, just gonna have to do this from memory. Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Welcome back to my channel. So, yeah, I forgot how to do this. It's been a while since I actually recorded a video because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did kind of pre-record my last few videos ahead of time just so they can go up on time because it's exam season. I'm in the academic trenches, as I've said multiple times before, and you guys are probably sick of hearing me say, but whatever. I'm in the academic trenches. By the time this video goes up, hopefully I'll have all my assignments done because the day this goes up, that's when my last assignment is due, and that is when I'm handing it up. I'm almost finished the time of recording. It's the night before. There's a lot going on. There was a lot going on the last couple weeks, so some of my videos are pre-recorded. Sorry, but they were still authentic. They were still Christmassy. Why am I yapping? Great start. I just knocked half my fucking berries off the shelf. Pre-recorded stuff. Yeah, what am I saying? What are we doing today? What am I doing here? Why am I yapping? Oh my god. Can you tell it's been a while? So, it's the 20th of December, 5 days to Christmas. I thought I'd share with you guys what me and Brendan have watched this month, considering last time I did this for October, it actually did semi-well. So we're going to try to recreate that, but this time make it Christmassy. Yeah, so December. There's a lot of Christmassy movies out there, some good, some bad. Some are Christmas movies but aren't Christmas movies. What's the deal with that? I'm going to share with you guys what me and Brennan have watched so far this December and what we have yet to watch. I'm going to try to do this from memory because Brendan made a list on his letterboxd, but it's private and he tried to share it with me via the link, but it didn't work, obviously, as I showed you guys a few minutes ago, and he's gone to work, so I can't really text him about it now being like, yeah, the link's not working. So I'm going to consult my letterboxd. Follow me, by the way, if you haven't already. The link will be in the description. Someone's going up the stairs. I'm trying to record. It's 11:15. It's fine, it's just Brendan's parents plugging out the Christmas lights. This is right outside the door. Anyways, I have my letterboxd right here. I don't watch that many movies out Brendan, so you know so it's not too hard to find out what we've actually watched together and what we haven't. So yeah, it's safe to say throughout the month of December we have watched a lot of Christmas movies, and I'm going to share with you guys what we watched throughout December, and maybe I'll throw in a few bits in November as well because we kind of started our Christmas phase in November, like how we started our Halloween phase in September. But yeah, starting off, the first Christmas movie we watched together because, you know, really busy with work and all that stuff. The first thing we watched two things on the 5th of December. First two things we've watched on the 5th of December was Dragons Gifted the Night Fury from 2011, the How to Train Your Dragon Christmas special, because who doesn't love How to Train Your Dragon? If you don't like that series or even the first movie, what are you doing? You just hate joy. They're making a live action and I don't know how I feel about it, but am I going to go see it anyways? Yes, because it's one of my favourite movies of all time. And we also watched the classic Mickey's Christmas Carol. There is countless film adaptations of A Christmas Carol out there, and you know, we watched a lot of them, alright? We watched a lot of Christmas Carol, not parodies, adaptations over the years, and honestly Mickey's one is pretty fucking good, all things considered. And also Dragons Gifted the Night Fury, it's just a really feel good holiday, family fun, Christmassy event on the island of Burke, so you know what's not to love, okay? I'm sorry guys, I'm great at talk. I'm not great at talking about movies, in case you couldn't tell. If you want to hear someone talk about movies that they actually know what they're talking about, go watch Brendan. He is all about movies, all about physical media, all the stuff that's actually important. As you can see, the collection behind me, not mine, it's his. Well, some of it's mine, but you know, it's lower down, you can't see. But yeah, that's that out of the way. Shameless plug for my boyfriend. But yeah, if you want to hear me talking about movies, even though I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, go watch all my Clueless reviews. They're in a playlist on my channel. You guys can go watch that if you're interested in hearing me yap about movies that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I am speaking way too fast, and I feel sorry for the auto captions in other languages, and my camera is dying. Tonight is not my fucking night, is it? Hold on.
2 very boring minutes later.
Okay, we're back. Switch the batteries. Battery's full percentage. You know, I forgot what I was saying, but whatever. Oh yeah. Shameless plug is what I was saying for my boyfriend and for myself. Yeah, those are the first 2 Christmas things you've watched. They're both like super Christmassy, super feel good things. Like, you know, who doesn't love a good Christmas Carol adaptation, and who doesn't love a How to Train Your Dragon special of some sort. But yeah, this is just a fun little video. I'm just sharing with you guys like some useless personal domestic stuff, especially when it comes to movies, because you know, it's just, movies are just such a good thing to bring people together. Anyways, on the 6th of December, what did we watch? We watched 2, both very different movies, but both actually very good movies, I like to think. Anyways, the first thing we watched, this was Brendan's first time watching this movie, and I haven't watched this movie in years. It's Disney Channel original movie. It is, well, is it a really original movie? It doesn't fucking matter. We watched The Good Luck Charlie, It's Christmas movie. It came out in 2011. I haven't watched this movie in years, but I loved this movie. Like watching it around Christmas time when it'd be on Disney Channel when I was younger and stuff, and I was like, fuck it, let's watch it. I'm getting in the mood to watch it. And Brendan's never seen it, so I was like, fuck it, we'll throw it on. It'll be a gas time. It's just a stupid Disney Channel movie. Brendan actually ended up really enjoying it, and he even said it made him want to watch Good Luck Charlie, because like, it's just a really well made Disney Channel Christmas movie. Like, you know, we all love the Disney Channel movies, they're not amazing, but like this one's actually a pretty solid one, all things considered, and it's just a really festive, like, you know, holiday, and it actually has consequences. Like, the stuff that happens in the movie actually carries over into the show, which is one thing I really like, because a lot of movies, especially like Disney Channel or like TV movies and stuff, like they don't carry over into the show. Like in the SpongeBob movie, the ending of that doesn't carry over into the show, you know? I don't know, it's weird, but like this one, I'm happy it actually has a bit of consequence to it, if you get me. But yeah, we watched that. Really festive, would recommend. It's just a silly Christmas movie, really enjoy it. So yeah. On the same day, we also watched Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, apparently this isn't as widely loved. Like, a lot of people hate this movie, but I don't understand how could people hate this movie. It's just so fucking funny, and it's such a silly adaptation of like the animated, like, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I love the original from, like, was it the 60s? Probably the 60s, I don't know. I love the original, but I just love Jim Carrey's performance. It's so funny. The jokes are amazing, and honestly, it's great. It really captures the true meaning of Christmas, and also the Who's are bastards. Like, you know, it makes sense why the Grinch is the way he is, the way the Who's treat him. Like, you know, whatever. Love that movie. I gave it 4 stars, for those of you who are wondering. But it's just such a silly movie. I love it. On the 7th, we actually watched 3 movies. Well, 2 movies, 1 short. First, we watched another Christmas Carol adaptation. We watched The Muppet Christmas Carol. And what I love about The Muppet Christmas Carol, it's like, it's Michael Caine surrounded by Muppets, but he plays it as seriously as a fucking car crash. He put everything he had into this movie, and I think he played Scrooge so well. Is it my favorite Christmas Carol adaptation? No, but you know, it's still a really good one. I like it. It's the Muppets. Who Who doesn't love the Muppets is all I'm going to say. If you hate the Muppets, you hate joy, is all I'm going to say. Next movie we watched was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Me and Brendan have devised a system where we watch a Harry Potter movie every 2 weeks. It's on the lead up to Christmas, and then on Christmas Eve we watched the last one. This day we're watching the Half-Blood Prince. I think we're watching Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 this weekend, because Christmas Eve is literally next Tuesday. So yeah, we're coming into the final ones now, and I'm super excited about that. My tummy hurts. What the fuck's going on? But yeah, no, Half-Blood Prince, not my favourite. Like, a lot of people love Half-Blood Prince the movie. I don't get, like, when I'm in the mood for it, it's great. But like, when I'm not in the mood for it, it's just kind of like, ugh, it's whatever. It's a very grey movie. Like, just the colours, they don't pop off in this movie, and it's very dark and grey. Hot take, I guess. I don't know. Finally, on the 7th, we watched a short. We watched Wallace and Gromit: The Wrong Trousers. Reason why we're watching this, the new Wallace and Gromit movie is premiering on Christmas Day in the UK. We won't get it on Netflix until like the 2nd or 3rd of January. But me and Brennan, we love Wallace and Gromit. We love Feathers McGraw. It was, we had to watch his origin story before the new one comes out. So yeah, we watched that, and just to have a little fun, because like Wallace and Gromit, it's like a not Christmassy thing. Like, because they always play them around Christmas time, like on TV and stuff. So like, you know what, we just decided to watch it, and plus with the new one coming out, we just needed to see more Feathers McGraw on our screens. Honestly, probably the most underrated villain of all time. On the 8th, we watched 2 movies. We watched The Polar Express. I gave this one 2.5 stars. Like, I like it, well, kind of. Like, I mentioned in our podcast before, we did a whole episode on this, like, literally last week, about, like, I talked about the movies that I don't get. Not that I don't get. The Christmas movies that I don't understand why they have everyone in a chokehold. Polar Express is one of them. I don't know what it is about it. Like, a lot of people I know, they're like, oh my god, it's not Christmas till you watch the Polar Express. And like, really? That movie? There's so much better Christmas movies out there, and really you're choosing the Polar Express. Like, no hate to you if you like this movie. Like, I'm not judging you or anything. I just don't get it. Like, maybe I'm just watching it wrong. I don't know. I just don't get it. I explained it better in the podcast. Like, it's just one of those movies where I'm like, you know? We also watched Back to the Future. Now, this is a movie I actually like. It's not really a Christmas movie, but it's just something we watched just because, like, it was on. So we were like, fuck it, let's just watch Back to the Future. It's a good movie. I really liked it. I guess it's kind of Christmassy in a way. Can't explain the vibe, but it's just Christmassy, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Like, this is the 8th. Skip to the 12th. The 12th of December. We watched 2 things. Brennan just wanted to watch this just because, like, it was being advertised everywhere to him. We watched A Nonsense Christmas with Sabrina Carpenter. Not a big Sabrina Carpenter fan. I appreciate everything she does. Her singing's good. Like, you know, she's just not my favourite. But yeah. It was funny, it was alright, it was pretty good, the costumes were great, the singing was great, but you know, it was nothing really special. Don't come for me, Sabrina Carpenter fans, because I know y'all can be a bit cray-cray. The same day, we also watched Krampus. Neither of us have seen Krampus before, so we were like, fuck it, throw it on, we'll see how it goes. It was actually pretty fucking good, all things considered. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was really entertained. The fucking effects and like the story were pretty good. The ending is ambiguous. We fucking love it. Like, we don't know. We don't know what fucking happens. Like, what's the real deal here? But yeah, it's just like a fun little... Is it fun? It's like Gremlins-esque. Like the movie Gremlins. I haven't seen the movie Gremlins, but that's what everyone says. And I kind of get what they mean for what I've seen of Gremlins. It's kind of like the spiritual successor to that. And like, you know, as someone who studies folklore in college, the idea of Krampus is just like really cool. Like, there's so many different like stories about him, what he actually does, where he comes from. There's like so much to it, and the fact that like someone finally put that in a movie. It's just, I don't know, it's good that he's getting some representation, if you guys get me. But yeah, it's super cool, and like, you know, it's actually funny. It's kind of like an action-y Christmas movie, and it's kind of a little bit scary. Wouldn't watch it around young kids if that's what your plan is. Maybe don't put it on at the family function, but yeah, it's still a good movie. And like, you know, it's just, Krampus is just such an interesting entity, so I would definitely recommend watching this movie. And especially if you like the movie Gremlins, give it a whirl, see what you think. Let me know in the comments. The 13th was a slow day for us. We were just chilling at home. Brendan was super tired after a night at work, and like he was just sleeping, and like I just didn't know what to put on, so I decided to put on Home Alone 3 for myself. This movie, I watched it once when I was like maybe 9 or 10 years old, when someone brought it into school for like the last day before Christmas, and that's what the teacher put on for us. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny, like when I watched it when I was like 9 or 10 years old. Bearing in mind at that age I hadn't seen the first 2 Home Alone movies, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not gonna watch any Home Alone movie past Home Alone 3. Just putting it out there. I gave it 1.5 stars because I remember it being so much better, but all things considered, it's not terrible. But I think it, like, when, like, you know, the burglars try to get into the house and like the kid is like defending the house, like that's like the bit that everyone wants to see. That bit is not terrible, but like kind of the story itself is kind of all over the place, and it does make sense, but it doesn't, I don't know, it's just not great. Like compared to the first 2, it's not great, but like, you know, just looking for trash to put on, go for it. It's great in that sense. And on the same day, we watched Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. I love the second Home Alone movie. There's just, I don't know, it's so silly, and the first 2 Home Alone movies I hold so near and dear to my heart. I didn't watch them properly until I was like older. Like I didn't watch them as a kid, because like I have this thing, like as a kid and even still a little bit now, that like if someone's like, oh my god, it's like the best thing ever, you need to watch it, it's so good, it makes me not want to watch it. Like to this day I still haven't seen Squid Game, Game of Thrones, or anything like that, even though it's now cooler to have seen Game of Thrones because apparently the ending was really shit. But whatever, not gonna watch it. Like, you know, it's, I don't know what is it? Well, like, does anyone know what that is? I don't know. But yeah, Home Alone 2, I love it so much because the antics are just dialed up to 11. He fucking ends up in New York. He fucking steals his dad's credit card and like makes a load of charges in the Plaza Hotel. Tim Curry's fucking amazing. I love Tim Curry's performance in this movie. Like, honestly, I love how it's like kind of trending on TikTok at moments. The one template of Tim Curry being like, have a lovely day. That's how I feel working in retail this time of year. I'm in the trenches academically and job-wise. Like, this is what's keeping me going. Just doing this podcast, doing videos for you guys. I love content creation. Please, can I make this my full-time job? I fucking wish. I'm out of breath. But yeah, just Tim Curry's performance in this movie just makes it so much better. Harry and Marv coming back, incredible. The antics being dialed up to 11. And honestly, whenever me and Brendan watch Home Alone, whether it's together or whatever, every year we always have the same discussion: who has it worse, Harry or Marv? I think it's safe to say the conclusion for this year, especially for Lost in New York, Marv had it worse, because like he had actual bricks thrown in his head. He fell like through like 2 stories. Like, just so much happened to Marv. Like, honestly, poor Marv. But yeah, love Home Alone 2. That was the 13th of December. Now on to the 14th of December. We watched 3 movies. We watched 14th Star Wars The Last Jedi. As we mentioned in the podcast, go follow the Having Notions podcast if you guys don't already. If you don't, what the hell? Brendan talks about not Christmas movies, like movies that he thinks are Christmassy, even though they're technically not Christmas movies. He talks about Star Wars in particular. We watched The Last Jedi because I've only seen it once, and like Brendan said, it's a not Christmas movie because they all came out during the time of December, especially the sequels. He was like, this movie's so like divided, like some people love it, some like you either love it or you hate it basically. First time I watched it, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. The next time I watched it, I will say I still really like it. Like, I think out of the sequel trilogy, like Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, The Last Jedi might be my favourite. So yeah, Star Wars fans, don't come for me because I know y'all are actually fucking crazy. But then again, I like to think I'm not on that side of the internet where everyone's really mean to each other. I like to think I'm on the side of the internet where everyone gets along. If you disagree with me, you clearly don't belong here. Or if you're hate watching, hi, thanks for the engagement. Last Jedi, I liked it. It was a fun time. Same day, we watched the first Home Alone. We actually got a chance to see this in the cinema because in our local Omniplex, they were actually re-showing a load of old Christmas movies. Like, they were re-showing Home Alone, The Santa Claus. I think they were re-showing Die Hard. Maybe. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. But yeah, they're re-showing a load of old Christmas movies. And they were re-showing Home Alone. So, like, obviously we had to go see Home Alone as well. So that was a lot of fun. Too bad it was, like, not great because there was, like, a lot of people that just wouldn't shut the fuck up and like kept talking and stuff. Like, for some reason Home Alone is just a really cursed movie for me and Brennan to watch, especially when we go see it in the cinema, because he saw it last year as well. Like, last year a load of people came in late and they wouldn't shut the fuck up, they just kept talking. This year, like, you know, like, honestly, there was a load of kids and adults there, and would you believe the kids were actually more well behaved than the adults? Like, there was people kept taking pictures of the screen with their flash on, people were talking, people constantly up and down going to the bathroom. It was just a mess. It was just an absolute mess. But all things considered, I've had worse movie experiences. It annoyed Brendan more than it annoyed me. But whatever, we don't talk about that. But it's still a great Christmas movie, like I said. Do I prefer the first or second Home Alone? I think I might prefer the second Home Alone, but the first one holds it means a lot. It really does mean a lot. Also, someone brought their 6-month-old baby to see this movie. I'm sorry, there's nothing babies love more than dark rooms, flashing lights, and loud sounds. Really? Seriously? Don't bring your 6-month-old to the cinema, especially if it's a late showing. Like, don't cancel me for that, I'm just saying. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, even though it was kind of a cursed screening for us. When we got back, it was still relatively early. We decided to watch The Thing, because, like, you know, it's set in, like, Antarctica. It's, like, really snowy, cold movie. I've never seen it before. Brendan was like, hey, we should watch The Thing. It's, like, super cold, super, like, you know, super cold movie and whatnot. And I was like, sure. And, like, I've heard good things about this movie, and, like, you know what, I enjoyed myself. I actually thought it was a really good movie. Like, the effects are brilliant and stuff. Like, not a very Christmassy movie, because, like, you know, it's kind of, like, scary and gross, but, like, you know what, it's actually a pretty good movie, all things considered. All things considered, I say as if it's a bad movie, but you know what I mean. I love her, like, fucking, like, 20, like, not even 20 minutes in, I'm like, oh, this is how the thing got here, and he was like, I thought I'd have to say it in the end. Like, he genuinely thought it would stop me, but, like, nope, I figured it out. It's like, as someone who studies folklore and is super interested in the supernatural, skinwalkers, etc., I figured it out. I fucking figured it out. If you haven't seen that movie, go watch it, and then you'll realise what I mean by that. And if you've seen the movie, nice. We're going to the last thing on my list. Like, we haven't watched a lot of movies since, like, the 15th. Like, what date is this today? Today is the 19th. Yeah, didn't get a chance to watch a movie in 4 days because, you know, Brendan works nights, I'm in college, I'm working all the time, I'm doing assignments, not a lot of time. But on the 15th of December, we went to the cinema again, and we saw the Santa Claus movie. I really like the Santa Claus movie. It's probably, like, one of my top 5 Christmas movies, like, ever. But yeah, no, it's just, like, a feel-good Christmassy family comedy thing, and it's just, I watched this one a lot as a kid, so, like, that one, I really do associate it with childhood, so, you know, I'm very happy that, like, I got to see it, like, in the cinema. Like, I don't know, so good. Also, like, watching this, like, as an adult now, me and Brennan were saying, Neil is such a pain in the ass. Like, oh yeah, Santa's not real. He's a state of mind, like a feeling. No. Like, fuck you, Neil. Like, honestly, let Charlie enjoy Christmas. He's like 8. I didn't stop believing in Santa until I was like 12 years old. Leave him alone, he's 8. Piss off, Neil. Neil's a prick. He's a confront character for me. I hate him. I can't stand him. But yeah, no, it's such like a fun, like, you know, fun, feel good, like family comedy and stuff. So you know what? It's just one of my favorite things. That's everything we watched so far in December. I nearly fell. That's everything we watched so far in December. But I also want to share with you guys what we will be watching Christmas Eve, just to give you guys inspiration if you're stuck for things to watch. One movie that we watch every year is Disney's 2009 A Christmas Carol. This is definitely the best adaptation of like the book itself. I haven't read the book yet, but Brendan has, and he says it's basically 1-to-1 with the book. Like, honestly, I watched this movie so many times and I still find it really scary as an adult. Like, I've watched this as a kid because, like, in Ireland, like, they did this thing every Saturday called the Big Big Movie, and like they'd show a movie like every Saturday night for like families and whatnot. Every year around Christmas time, I think maybe 2 weeks or maybe the week before Christmas, they'd play A Christmas Carol. It was so scary. It's probably one of the scarier kids movies out there. It's probably on par with like Coraline. Like, Coraline is like disturbing all the way through, but like this, like, there's just a lot of scenes that are just like, oh my god, this is like making me uncomfortable, and I'm like 21 years old. It's just like one of those movies, but like it's 1-to-1 with the book, and like the book is an absolute classic. I need water, give me a second. I got really thirsty and I didn't think I could hold it anymore. Tastes like it's from the Lake of Jesus. 1-to-1, it's super scary. Like, even as a 21-year-old, I'm like, oh my god, this is like kind of horrifying. But yeah, it's definitely worth the watch on Christmas Eve because, like, you know, it takes place on Christmas Eve, so you know what? And it's Jim Carrey. It has Jim Carrey, Gary Oldman, and Colin Firth. Like, what? People that you would not expect to see in this movie, but Jim Carrey does an amazing performance. You know, Colin Firth is great. Gary Oldman narrates it and shit. It's just like, it's so good. Love it. What else? We're also going to be watching Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2 on Christmas Eve, and I think we're watching Part 1 Christmas Eve as well. I actually can't remember. Either way, very Christmassy, not Christmas movies to us because, like we said in the podcast, they're always played around this time of year on the main TV channel in Ireland and stuff, so it just holds near and dear to our hearts and stuff, and like there's a lot of nostalgia there and stuff. So yeah, I'm very happy that we're going to be watching this together, and we're not going to be in a rush this year because this is the first year me and Brennan are living together, and this is our first Christmas living together, so I'm very happy that we're not under time pressure to finish all these movies in one go. Like, this probably will be the case, but we are also going to watch Batman the Animated Series, and we're going to be watching the episode Christmas with the Joker. I'm not a huge Batman fan, but I do like the Christmas episodes of Batman the Animated Series. They are really good, but I especially love Christmas the Joker because, like, you know, it's set Christmas Eve and stuff, so like, you know, it just gets you in the mood, and it's just like, yes. I'm trying to think, there definitely is more stuff that we're watching Christmas Eve, but I don't have Brendan's letterboxd list, so I can't really remember. But yeah, I think that's all we're going to be watching. Maybe we'll watch more, maybe we'll watch less because we'll be super tired and stuff. But yeah, that's it. Before I wrap up this video, I do want to announce something. This will be up on the 20th of December, but starting the 20th of December on my TikTok, you know, link will be in the description, please follow. I will be doing the 5 days of Vlogmas from the 20th to the 25th of December. I'll be doing little photo vlogs. every day from the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, and 25th of December, just to keep you guys in the loop with my content and stuff. There may be a video next Friday depending on my time and how I'll be able to like record and edit. There may be, there may not be. I might take a break for a week. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know. But I will be doing 5 days of Vlogmas, just so you know, you guys have a little bit of content to keep you going over the holidays, especially on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. What else? We also have a podcast, if you guys didn't know already, by the sheer amount of times I've mentioned it in this video. Do give that a follow. It is available on Spotify. I'm trying to make it available on like Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts and stuff. I am working on it. I just don't have time at the moment because, you know, it's a busy time of year. It's super busy. Please give that a follow. We have plenty more content coming for you in the new year. There may or may not be an episode next week. It is very hard to tell because it is very hard to get content up at the moment, but we are trying. We really are pushing the boundaries for what we consider weekly. But anyways, that's all the shameless plugging. Hope you guys follow my TikTok so you can enjoy the 5 days of Vlogmas. May or may not do a get ready with me as well Christmas Day. We will have to wait and see. But yeah, that is it. So there you guys have it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like my vibe, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell button to be notified when I decide to grace the my presence again. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. There is my TikTok, Instagram, letterboxd, all down in the description. And I will see you guys really soon in the next video. And if not, have a Merry Christmas. Bye! What was that? I'm never doing that again. Gross.